everyone, thank you so much for the work that you did last Friday. I'm going to take the video off and just go through what the expectations for this week are. So, I'll open up our weekly session. And as you can see, I uploaded the first chapter of the textbook that we have you working in groups with. This is the link to our PowerPoint from Friday. And then this is where you put the critical reflection, and then this is the in-class activity. So I will first go through and I'm just going to show you. I took out the policy slides from last week. So we did go over being vulnerable and authentic. We found out which groups we're in for like the different activities, talked about inner transformation, relational transformation, and systematic transformation. We went through the change maker responses to the email prompts and talked about the media, both the novels and the movies. So we touched on intersectionality. So that's the idea that there is, what's the word I'm looking for? Privilege and oppression based on different factors that we all have within us.
Dr. Rajah's nurse,
I do
please call
apologize for the noise.
3241. Dr. Rajah's nurse, please call 3241.
On this chart right here, you can see that we've got like the masculine and feminine, and you might fall anywhere on that different continuum. Young, old, some of these darker ones are, or more bolded ones, are ones that are even more prevalent within society. So just really looking at that as we start to unpack kind of who we are and what we're bringing to this experience. You are going to be pulling together kind of a paragraph of your social location essay, so you won't have the whole thing, but basically what you're bringing into this project based on where you come from. And so here's the critical reflection for this week. So provide a brief summary of your social location essay. Why do you think it's important to establish yourself in this work as we begin the comparison of countries, cultures, and experiences? Like I said, that could be about a paragraph or two, possibly. What are the similarities and differences you've learned about in inclusive education in South Africa and USA this week in both the presentations and the reading? So you have to, of course, do the reading before answering that. And then what did you learn about in your group textbook chapters? And why is understanding the learning so important? And what information is important to learn? And then what do you hope to get from the change-making experience? So I see each one of these being about a paragraph, but of course you've got to do the prep work in order to answer them. So what's next? You're going to be reading 2 of the chapters in the Fasa Mahalo and Sefadi textbook, and then you're going to be reading chapters 1 and 2 in your group textbook and putting together a presentation, and then finishing the novel if you haven't finished it, or the movie, and then you'll be blogging your critical reflection number 2. And when I get everything all ready, then I'm going to send you out the change-making email number 1, and you will respond to that. So for the in-class credit, so that's where you'll turn in your critical reflection blog number 2 and just give me the URL. That is just fine. And then you'll be commenting on each other's. For the in-class essay or in-class activity, as long as you've given me the link to your Google Doc for the change-making analysis, then you're good to go there. And then also for the textbook group presentation, so that I can get a hold of that before we get to class, so that I can have all of those ready and input it into our PowerPoint for this week. That would be great. And you just need a few slides to make sure that you get for each chapter. I'm guessing 1 or 2 slides, maybe 3, but no more than that. And then your group will go through that. So if there's any questions, please email me. I hope you have a good week, and I just want to thank you for how hard you worked and the focus that you had. I know last week was a long week for all of us, and you really did stay engaged all the way through till 7. So thank you. And just another reminder: we'll start at 4:30 on the 16th. Have a great day.